Alive. Sweet. Okay.
So,
Multiplayer.
OC talk time, guys. Freaking, you got mine and Carl's characters. I have retuned my character, so he's not super overpowered and has a very easy to execute weakness.
Well, let's rock.
Yep.
Okay, so we gotta try
right.
to...
I should mention the weakness is his knees.
His knees?
You want to know why?
I'm sort of tempted to ask why.
There's a couple types. His family, his messed up family heritage, I should mention. It's not so much that it's messed up because his parents are jerks, it's more messed up because...
Okay, guess what Ruby just said?
What?
Let's start this mission off with a yang.
No, Yang said that as well.
I know, but like, why Ruby?
But,
big
backstory to the whole Magnum family line, because there's a rather historical background to this family. And that is essentially, don't mess with this family. So especially the heir to the name, because, like, usually, the heir to the name is a female, and essentially, they'll know you're coming. Trust me, they'll know. Don't try anything. You'll die.
You know, we've been having
also,
oh, by the way, this way.
We need boots on the ground to investigate.
That
means you.
Anyways, so...
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Did you get XP?
Yes.
Okay, I don't think I did.
So, I was gonna say, the Magnum family line is a group of... their semblance is called the God's Eye semblance, and it's one of two semblances that allow you to essentially be able to tame and see spirits, which, again, the difference between a spirit and a grim is loosely defined as spirits have no true nature, and Grimm's true nature is evil. So, anyway, so, let's just say that there's a couple things you need to know about his birth. First of all, his father is a very important spirit to the world itself. Killing that spirit is actually a sin to committing murder-suicide on the global scale. And, also, everybody who attended his birth is dead, except for his mother and his father. Just weird thing that happened.
So what, did he absorb all their souls or something?
No, a spirit actually, a knife-wielding spirit tried to murder him. You wanna know what the weird thing is?
Killed everybody else instead?
Killed everybody else, and when he tried to sink the dagger into the character himself, well, first of all, he was born a stillborn. That's something. He was a stillborn until his mother's necklace, which people have come to know as the bulwark of the Gemini. Don't know why they call it a bulwark, but essentially, the necklace comes in contact with him as the knife does, and both of these things combined actually gave him not only a heartbeat but a consciousness and
I wonder if Dr.
a
Ubud knows
weird
about this place.
ability. Is like there are two types of spirit tamers. There's what his mother and most of his family have been for generations, power types, which essentially your weakness is literally if you lose an arm, you're pretty much screwed. And then there's speed types, which are very rare and very powerful, except, you know, break a knee and you're done. So
Yeah.
he was supposed to be a power type because that thing is genetic, but he ended up becoming a speed type because of the spirit trying to murder him. Also, like, there were like 3 doctors and 14 nurses, all of them dead. Anyways, you can let's just say that fake stuff happens like every 2 years. That spirit comes around, like on his birthday.
Is it happy birthday? Tries to mirror him again.
On his 6th birthday, he killed it. By the way, he literally choked the spirit to death, which shouldn't be possible. You literally aren't able to kill a spirit unless it comes into, you know, reality, which it did not. He's
technically half spirit, so
yes,
kind of like
which,
Gus's Dragon Slayer sword. He's kind of like part astral, so he should be able to kill things that are on the astral plane.
Yes, but it's... Anyways, after his 6th birthday, when he actually had his abilities awaken, and his genetics actually allowed him to tame a spirit, like, out of the blue that is very famous, let's say, on how hard it is to work with, and also how much respect is given to you just for, you know, being able to work with it.
Wow, you're skipping
ever
all
seen Soul
the artifacts. All of them.
You ever seen Soul Eater?
No, I have not seen that, you know.
Well, it's kind of like, Aquanai, as he's called, is kind of like, Excalibur from Soul Eater.
Never mind that.
Which is a very nice way of saying that he is insanely powerful, but insanely hard to work with.
This could get hairy.
Oddly enough, these two are... The worst they ever do is bicker, because they are dead set.
Okay.
They both have a goal they want to accomplish, and they both want to do it in the same way. His father's similar to Aquanai. He wants the same goal. He's just not really the best person in the world.
Okay.
You know, or at least...
Yeah, okay. Can I just interrupt here real quick?
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
so for Sister Synergy, achievement, we're going to have to somehow get one of these guys to stagger, I think, and then the other person, does the R1 attack. I think that's how it works. So if you see a R1 and you weren't the one that created it, go ahead and, you know, go ahead and knock it out of the park. Otherwise, let me know. Because I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. Because all I know is that it says perform a team attack with RWBY and Yang. So I'm not sure if it's
Students, we're a quarter of the way there.
Okay, well,
keep up the good work.
Essentially, after his 6th birthday, his father starts training him in several things that needed to be done before his 8th birthday, because let's just say, when the 3 doctors and 14 nurses who are trying to help deliver a child die mid-delivery, there's gotta be complications. Especially when a child that, you know, especially with something as complex, because half spirits are not really something the world has ever experienced. Very odd thing. Like, incredibly odd. Unique. Also, another weird thing I should mention is they didn't even, because like spirits are viewed as property, is a really weird thing. They're not viewed as people, so they, you know, like half spirit, half human. What do we classify this as? There's a lot of shit for it, is all I'm saying.
Curse jar.
Anyways, on his 8th birthday, let's just say his mother is gone. There's a note on the table with
Halfway point,
basically
team.
there's a note on his door saying, okay, so go down to the kitchen, and there's a note on the island in the kitchen saying, oh, I had to leave. It's his mother saying, I had to leave. Here's what you're gonna need to survive. I should also mention that regardless of the half spirit part, all people with these two semblances age to maturity about 10 years earlier than they probably should. So it's essentially just a belt with a box on it that holds two things. The first he is not surprised by because, you know, it's what he's been trained to use for years as kind of neglectful father. He's kind of a jerk, that's all I gotta say. Let's just say when it came up to say, is he gonna be a full citizen or a property, his father's like, just let him be property.
Why?
Yeah. It's a really weird relationship those two have.
Quite clearly. Really screwed up.
Well, let's just say they both blame each other for the death of his mother. Because the conception was very dangerous, like incredibly screwy. And then the freaking birth was terrible. It's literally, there's no way you could survive a birth like that, is essentially what I'm trying to tell you. Then the big part, the thing that surprised him, because here's the little odd thing about the Magnum history is, the Magnum, the heir of the name has never been male, and the reason I say the name is because the name, you know, the Magnum family doesn't give middle names, except to the person who is the wielder of the Gemini, the necklace, like I said earlier, the
Just a little longer. We're
don't touch it or I'll kill you necklace is... So he gets the Gemini, and he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna die, because part of the reason part of the
respawning
thing is
in
that,
40 seconds.
part of the thing about the Magnum family history is, let's just say that men who have tried to use the Gemini, 50 cents. $1.50.
I thought you screwed up and now it's $2.
What? No.
Anyways, at least we don't have to go that far back. Anyways, I'm gonna go activate something real quick.
So,
or recovery.
Just Magnum men who have tried to use the Gemini have literally been electrocuted to death. Because it's not impossible, it's just not
some sort of foreign
good for your survival.
I feel like I've seen that symbol
Anyways, there's a
before.
couple of terms you need to know here. There's false heirs, which every member of this family has been, and then there's a true heir, which false heirs to the Gemini can use it because reasons. I don't know what those reasons are. True heirs to the Gemini can use it because it is literally bound to their soul on birth.
Which is probably... yeah, that's his situation, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So, okay, another thing. He's on his own for, like, 2 weeks, in which case he does a couple things. First of all, he manages to somehow, by protecting everyone in his village, make everyone in his village think he's a demon. Which, by the way, the difference between a demon and a spirit is there is none, because spirits are commonly misconceived as demons. a lot of the, like, his father could have been, and a couple of tribes in the area, thought his father was a demon, which makes sense. His father was an asshole. Also, oh crap. I forgot how to dodge roll. Anyways,
that's R1. Or,
yeah.
L1.
Anyways,
oh, team attack, team attack.
Also manages...
Yes! Team player. Please tell me
he
it was...
also managed to...
Yes, we got it, we got it. We got sister synergy.
Yep.
Sweet.
How do I, like, the weird part about is not only did he manage to pick everybody off in his village, but just as they were about to kill him, which, by the way, is possible, as I mentioned, because the Gemini is literally a prophetic piece of equipment. Especially, well, only when it comes to large amounts of death. Also, the Gemini is unique in the fact that not only does it tell you how you're going to die, but it gives you the ability to stop you from dying. So... anyways, weird thing, you know, Matthew's father is alive, but technically property.
Halfway
a weird
point,
thing,
team.
because the weird thing is that he's property, even though he is literally more powerful than any human will ever be.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, also, if any human were to, like, kill him, the world would just, like, there would be no water on record, is essentially all I can tell you. Also, time would stop.
So no one could do anything.
Correct.
And would everybody just be in a constant state of consciousness, just staring at whatever they're left there without dying?
No, actually, if you remove water and time, you also remove life. So, you literally stop all existence in that universe. Not just Remnant, by the way, all existence. So, nothing exists. So, yeah, his father couldn't take care of him when, her inevitable death came. And thus comes the very messed up history of his adopted family. Because, yeah, weirdly enough, he gets adopted into a very successful and prominent family, unlike his first one where only one of the members is successful and the rest are kind of just left in dust. But the family, the Montesquieu family, I know it's Montague, technically, but they pronounce it weird. It's Montesquieu. And they are messed up. He is one of 42 children.
All by the same parents?
All, yes. All by the same parents.
Wow. They must have been screwing around pretty often.
Triplets. And triplets at the least.
Yeah. Either that, or they were pumping like rabbits. As the old saying goes. Holy cow. That's a lot of kids.
Anyways, you know how I said every 2 years something messed up happens?
Yeah.
12th birthday. Literally, not even that spirit. The spirit's dead. He's like, oh, okay, I can finally celebrate a birthday. So when his 12th birthday comes around, two of his sisters get murdered by Adam, and thus he stops being, like, when his mother died, because he wasn't entirely sure on that front, but he's like, oh, it's probably, he became a total asshole. Not gonna lie, started acting more like his father. He's a real jerk. Anyways, two of his sisters died. They said some.
Hold on just a little
they
longer.
said some stuff that really made it say, "Oh, well, I can't be." Oh, I'm sorry. It's $2.50. I totally forgot what we were doing. So his sisters came around and said some stuff that basically made him be like, oh, well, I guess I should just, you know, do what they said, protect everyone, be a good person, just... And essentially, he has made a name for himself as essentially just someone who roams on very unfriendly territory, both from its citizens to its citizens, and, you know, just unfriendly territory in general. Anyways, he has become kind of, he is, like, especially in the, like, his family, he got a kind of a he really wants to kill Adam, is all he's in this for. He's only, like, he's like, I will protect people, I will do what they said, but I'm going to kill Adam.
That's the only guy who will never protect.
And then,
if you got your ultimate, now would be a good time to use it.
I don't have an ultimate. I'll have it in a second.
Then I got oral recovery.
Holy, messed that up terribly. Oh no! Nope! 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 Nope!
Don't worry, I got this.
Noping the flunky out of that.
Nope. I'm gonna kill you. Get out of here.
Also, whoa.
I got it. Nope, missed. I got this one, you get the other one. Just keep him away from the control center. Coming. A little cheap, but hey, I just sliced him in half.
The security network in this
That was so close.
once again.
Actually, there was one time he actually had a fight with Adam. Let's just say,
Moon slice.
Could not kill him. Didn't lose, just could not kill him.
He can muster up the fortitude.
No, like he literally, he beat him, just could not stay conscious long enough to kill him.
Okay, so...
Actually, it's kind of weird because he literally just annihilated. It was annihilation, pure and simple.
Another area, another security network in need of repair.
It's just weird because the person was not able to.
We're all counting on you.
You know, it's a really weird thing because there was no reason for him to be knocked out. He just got knocked out of nowhere.
A mysterious figure walks up and knocks him out.
Why, hello.
No, not even a mysterious figure. Just like, oh, you want to kill him? Boom, unconscious.
Okay, by the way, come over here. I want to show you this. You know that, like, 5-inch ledge thing I was talking to you about earlier?
Yeah.
You can't get up a 5-inch.
It's only this one, too. Look,
it's only that one ledge. It's funny. Thought I'd just point that out just for kicks.
But yeah, essentially he's heard Adam is heading towards Mistral. His family, the Montesquieu family, is in Mistral, and He wants a fight. That is his motive.
These are more
for going to
dangerous than
Mistral.
the Grim you fought before. When it sees you, it will spin before
Also,
it charges.
don't play him in
While
poker.
it's
He doesn't
spinning,
cheat.
dodge out of
He
the
just
way.
always
You will be
knows what he's
disoriented
drawing.
after
Doesn't
passing.
count cards.
That's when
Just
you
always
strike.
knows what he's drawing.
Yeah. You see Ren's special ability for the end of his R2 attack?
No.
Yeah, it's literally fire, spin. Perfect for AoEs, or when you're surrounded.
Also, weird thing. You know how I said God's Eye is a unique semblance? I forgot to mention that God's Eye is also unique in the fact that it is pretty much what most people like to call the teacher semblance. And I don't mean as if he makes a good teacher for anything. It's he can tell you what your semblance is and teach you how to use it. Or really anything special about you. He can teach you where you're going wrong with something.
You know what? That actually might be a good crossover thing. Don't you agree?
Yep. Also, there's a weird thing. Like, remember how I mentioned that weird power he has? Well, a lot of people speculate this goes back to his birth. It doesn't. It's just a weird... It's... Lots of people don't understand his work ethic because anything he does, oddly enough, helps his ability to improve. It's literally... Because, like, his semblance is...
Well,
like,
ultimate
most
time.
people can't have the God's Eye active for permanent. But he doesn't even notice it. It's second nature. It's just something he's been with his entire life. He's never had to adjust to it.
That was exceptional.
Literally unlocked at his birth. Usually doesn't happen that way. So every step
hello,
he takes,
treasure.
he is learning something new by watching the people around him. So literally anything he does is a learning experience, is what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of spirit tamers have this state they call equilibrium, which is where you merge your own power with the power of one of your spirits. There's also four different types of things that classify spirit tamers.
I know it's a stretch, but maybe you operate that mechanism to extend the brain.
There's summoners, there's active, there's passive, and then there's just unify. Unify makes any spirit. Unify is essentially if you're an active unifier, you're powering up the spirits you have outside of your body. If you're a passive unifier, you power up the spirits basically alignment with your own body. So it's like passive unifiers are pretty powerful. Active unifiers are too powerful, essentially. Because if you have a powerful spirit and you're a unifier and you're active, you are insanely powerful because, like, your spirits will protect you at all costs. If you're a passive summoner, on the other hand, you literally have no worries. It's literally insane how much you can get away with. Because passive summoners not only have the power of the spirits they're working with, but they also have the ability to summon said spirits in a pinch. So it's like Aquanai is known as the Great Leviathan of Ancient Remnant, as he likes to call himself. Or actually, no, it's OG. Aquaman is a she. I forgot about that. She likes to call herself the Great Leviathan of Past Remnant. Of course, she, like, the first time these two met, she's talked completely in what Matthew would call tongues. Which, by the way, is derogatory, because as a spirit tamer, if you were to say that to another spirit, that the spirit would literally try to kill them. Because, you know, calling a spirit, there are two derogatory terms and two derogatory languages among spirits. One of those are ways to talk about spirit talk anyways. One of those is tongue, which is essentially you're calling them a demon. And the other is, etchings, and you're calling them a ghost, and ghosts are particularly bad spirits who commit crimes in, like, you know, what Matthew was haunted by on his birth and every second birthday was a ghost. A demon is just a derogatory term.
Hang on, just out of curiosity, why ain't you just called them Ghostbusters? I know, it's horrible. Don't even entertain it, just continue.
I was gonna say, well, ghosts are basically, spirits don't usually commit crimes. Demons is just a derogatory term, but calling a spirit a ghost for no reason is literally, like, literally calling them, essentially all spirits who commit crimes against humans while not entering reality as it is, are essentially Hitler, the ghost. Or the spirit. They're also, like, other ghosts think each other as Hitler as well, but it's basically hypocrisy.
Cover me a second. Done. Or recover fast.
Anyway, so the worst thing about the whole, so when, like, literally, Aqua and I have no idea how to speak whatever language they speak. Literally, the only thing that makes her able to speak is the fact that since Matthew is a passive tamer, she can actually access his own memories, and since he's very fluent in whatever, and pretty much any language that he's what most people would call brilliant, but a jerk. Because a lot of the things he does, a lot of the times when he is protecting a town, he'll, like, a lot of the time when he protects a town, he'll also put a lot of the people in it in crippling debt to him, because he, like, what he does for fun is he plays poker. Never play poker with him. He will beat you. Some people don't understand this. There was actually a tale, people started calling him the roaming Leviathan, and there was a tale of the roaming Leviathan in a town called Treon, and Treon's mayor is a pretty the Treon's mayor had essentially managed to scam everybody out of their earnings for that year by beating them all in poker. Of course, he was playing dirty. So Matthew, being the kind of a good Samaritan he is, decided to play him in poker with what he had earned from other people, and he essentially managed to not only prove that the mayor was cheating, but beat him anyways. Like, he brings this up, like, oh, by the way, you're cheating, and here's how, I know, and he, like, brings all this up, and he, like, this is after he cleared his pocket, and he essentially gave half, not all, he's, again, brilliant but a jerk, he gave half of the village's earnings back to the villagers. He kept half. That is not a joke. He's like, oh, I'm pretty sure this is the payment I was going to receive for protecting your village, so I'm just going to take it.
Mm.
He got 4 times what he was supposed to be paid. Or 4 times.
Well, being a corrupt mayor in poker will do that.
Well, he's not a corrupt mayor, but what I'm saying... Oh, oddly enough, sounds really weird, and whenever they tell this, they tell it like he's some sort of hero and not some guy who ripped them off of half their earnings as a town. He's a jerk, is what I'm trying to tell you. He's a nice jerk in the way that he'll help you, but he's also a jerk in the way that he will screw you over. Although, weirdly enough, I was talking about equilibrium. Oh, right, so, for a mage like himself, equilibrium is very, or spirit tamer like himself, equilibrium is not very easy for a passive summoner, because it's very hard to not summon the thing you're trying to do equilibrium with. Then there's state of equilibrium people call permanent equilibrium. It's not very powerful. It's about a 10,000 boost versus stable equilibrium, which is a 10 million boost, by the way. 10 million boost to really anything that makes it powerful. Then, just for basically no reason whatsoever, in one of his fights with a man called Sven, who labeled himself as Fear Incarnate, Sven is taunting him because, he's not only unable to make a stable equilibrium, but he's not powerful enough even in a permanent equilibrium. So essentially he puts his chin up and is like, oh, so you're saying I'm not powerful enough to defeat you? Well, funny thing about that, what would you say is my main characteristic? And Sven goes, you're a man who likes to gamble, and he's like, yeah.
Too easy.
Let me try doing something that is insane. And essentially he creates a very, very powerful state known as limitless equilibrium, in which it's a permanent state of equilibrium, but it's only a couple digits short of being a stable equilibrium power. This is insane because not only are both of them spirit tamers, but Matthew is just unable to be beaten when he uses this form, because he is... It's terribly hard to even touch it, is essentially what it comes down to.
Just as I thought, more sabotage from our friend with the symbol. But
because the main flaw with, like I said, his knees, if you break his knees, he is done. He can't even heal his knees. If you shatter his kneecap, he cannot heal himself.
Get ready.
Because water magic allows you to heal yourself and others. But speed types are also to the fact where if you were to shatter a kneecap, they can't use any of their abilities. They're done. of course, they also recover quickly. They recover quickly. So that's a plus.
So
But
wait,
in
hang on.
Equilibrium,
Question
yeah?
for the fans. So when you're saying this, if they got like a robotic kneecap, or if they somehow were able
if
to
they had a robotic
heal
body
their
part,
kneecap somehow.
oh, it would heal like it would heal within 2 days. But if they don't finish off the fight before the kneecap is completely shattered, they are dead.
Students, we're a quarter of the way there.
And the
Keep up
reason
good work.
this is not because of anything. Well, let me put it to you this way. His fight with Sven ends with a kill from a technique that he developed literally because he was bored one day. The Blue Dragon Victory Star, as he likes to call it. Because another nickname for Aquanai given by modern spirit tamers is the Deep Blue Dragon.
Sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Well, it's essentially they're saying it's a deep sea serpent dragon. So the Blue Dragon Victory Star is essentially if you have the upper hand, or at least if you. It's actually weird because it's not if you master it to a point, or if you're really in a bind, it actually works off your enemy's feeling of victory. It's essentially if you feel like you're gonna win, this is a guaranteed kill, or guaranteed knockout, or whatever you need. There's variants of it. So he gains an insane upper hand, and his opponent literally doesn't even think he has a chance. So he uses this Blue Dragon Victory Star and basically obliterates him. There is no body.
Halfway point, team.
That is it's a water spell that is not only crushing, but it dissolves anything in its path.
So it's acid water, pretty much.
No, it's just very
Acidic in nature.
No, not acidic. It's more like it's so high pressure that it'll just dissolve you. Because offensive water magic, even like it should be impossible. What I'm trying to tell you, offensive water magic is normally impossible because it requires an insane amount of concentration. And there's two spirits he met. One was an old spirit of his mother, an analytic spirit that he calls Lapis. Not her actual name, mind you. He calls her Lapis because she is very similar in color to Lapis Lazuli, and he doesn't like the word Lazuli. That's literally why he like.
Hey, wait, are we
Her
talking?
actual name is RWBY, by the way.
Can't I just mention something? Those are that's 17 and 18 from Dragon Ball Z.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Lapis and Lazuli.
Just a little longer. We're almost finished.
I actually, believe it or not, the Lapis and Lazuli, the names, I'm basing Lapis off of... Lapis is an analytic spirit based off a character from, literally a spirit from Maple Story, known as Lapis. And she's a spirit of a sword who literally likes, her main characteristics are sharpen me and let me kill people. And I'll love you. Also, it's Lapis because both of them are beings that kind of, both the characters are beings that are very powerful when it comes to the aspect of time. So that's another interesting thought for you. 21
enemies to go.
And way he uses his cards as a weapon is based off of a character from Maple Story Phantom. The Gemini is based off of the Minato. Very loosely, mind you, because the longer a vision he has does not mean it's gonna happen sooner. It actually usually means it's gonna happen later, and he's gonna forget half of the stuff he saw. But yeah, and also I should mention that the Gemini is also unique because when he says touch it and I'll kill you, he more means touch it and it will kill you. And so Limitless Equilibrium is essentially an insane power boost. And
it's like
it's
Super
also
Saiyan.
not perfected. Yeah, well, it's literally like what is it, Ultimate Instinct or something like that?
Yeah, that's the newest version, yeah.
He moves FTL. He, like, part of, like, he is, how do I put this to you?
He's using instant transmission!
No. It is faster than instant transmission, because he can like, if he were to fight Goku with instant transmission and Ultimate Instinct, literally one shot.
Can I just say something? Instant transmission is instantaneous. There's nothing faster than instant.
It's what you'd like to think. More like it's like negative time when he's full Limitless Equilibrium and he's trying to get somewhere. It's negative time. It's more.
So it goes back in time.
Essentially, he's moving so much faster than light. That
it actually reverses time.
Yeah, it actually reverses time.
So if someone just died, he could literally go to that place and stop the death from happening.
I've never been one for
essentially
history. More of a fan of action, if I do say so myself.
The weird thing about Limitless Equilibrium is it's literally, it's not even Deus Ex Machina, because half of his fights he tries to use it and he gets his ass kicked because, $3. He gets his butt handed to him because he is just unable to fully control it. Like I said, his fight with Sven ended with a broken kneecap and a kill. And that's for a purpose, because he is unable to control that speed to the point where if he's fighting too long in Limitless Equilibrium, his kneecaps break.
Professor Port informed me that you found some old Merlot Industries technology.
Let's just say that none of the people he's had broken kneecaps against have killed him because nobody knows what would happen if they killed him.
Still accurate, it should be located somewhere near the center of town.
Because let's just say that when a summoner, a passive summoner gets killed,
we shall fight to avenge those who were lost.
Their spirits that they've tamed literally are all summoned. And Aquanite is impossible to force back into the spirit world.
So once it's out, it's out.
Yep. Oh, and Aquanite, weird bit of lore about Aquanite and why she does not speak a lick of any language. It's because back when Aquanite was, like, there was a time long before humanity existed, where the spirit world and Remnant itself were one. They weren't separated. This was long before, you know, humanity was created or anything like that. Anyways, it actually moves in a little bit of humanity's creation. Aquanite became a shepherd of humanity and life, and Salem did not like Aquanite because reasons. No, it's Shepherd of Life, and the fact that Aquanite is slightly more powerful than she is. Slightly more. Anyways,
so,
this world that...
in terms of power level...
The world that Aquanite managed to create for the humanity became to be known as Paradisio, or Paradise. Anyway, so Salem and her get into a fight, and Salem, as a total last-ditch effort, literally separates the spirit world and the human world. So...
This apparently puts her into a coma for several hundred years.
No, she is...
Or has she been working in the shadows literally since the dawn of humanity for some
they're...
stupid reason?
Nobody can tame Aquanai because they're more afraid of her than they are wanting to use the power.
Ooh, I never tried that here before. No. Nothing.
Aquanai is just... Also, the whole fact that, you know, most people can't understand Aquanai, which is weird because you need to be able to understand a spirit to be able to make a contract with it, is another weird thing you need to know.
So it's like Naruto.
I should bring this back for further study.
More like it's like only speaking English and trying to make a contract, a business contract with someone who only speaks Japanese.
Yeah, that'd be
like
really hard.
One of the requirements for Aquanai and Matthew's contract is literally do not use my power to kill people who I do not think you need to kill.
According to my map, you should be able to take a detour through the city's old waterway
Does
system.
that sound like it could apply to something? Because it does.
Salem?
The reason he was knocked out was because the only person that she thinks that Matthew does not need to kill, that Matthew desperately wants to kill, is Adam.
Activate switch over the lock. I hope it still works. It looks right.
You can tell I played this game far too much. I'm finding all the artifacts.
Prepare for battle.
Anyways, the worst thing... Actually, the weird thing is that the spirits... some spirits are actually grateful for this kind of separation. And the spirit that tried to kill Matthew when he was a stillborn, that ended up actually giving him life and consciousness and the ability to tame Aquanai, because he understands Aquanai completely, but he still calls it speaking in tongues. It really does sound good. Also, weird thing about demons in the spirit world is there are literal demons, and those demons are literally the cause of no bad things throughout the history of humanity. As in, they're impossible. Like, demons can't. Like, demons are scapegoats, is what I'm trying to tell you. They're literally so incapable of doing anything bad that they can't stand up for themselves when a more famous spirit, like Matthew's father, who was actually is famous for making demons out to be bad spirits, even though demons are literally cursed spirits who cannot defend themselves in any way, shape, or form. Which is why spirit tamers aren't necessary to send them back to the spirit world. Because you know what the term for sending a spirit back to the spirit world is?
I assume I would know.
It's an exorcism.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you had some, like, specific, like, completely different name for it.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
also, any spirit that is left too long in this current state of the world, if it were Paradisio, it wouldn't be a problem. But since the spirit world and the human world are completely separate, like, the reason nobody has killed Matthew, even though they could have, is because if Aquanai is left loose in the actual world, regardless of their intentions, Aquanai cannot be sealed into the spirit world unless the spirit, Salem. Actually, it wasn't even Salem. Aquanai blamed Salem for it. but their fight was literally destroying everything, is how I have to put it. Not like any life or anything, but like there was no land mass at the end of their fight. Or towards the end of their fight. There was no land left on them.
It was just ground.
Yeah, essentially. So when they separate, so it was the goddess of, or god of light, whatever it was going to be revealed as. The god of light essentially gathered the artifacts and made it so that essentially Aquanai couldn't destroy everything she holds dear, and that Salem could not kill the one thing that is not only able to kill her, but willing to kill her. Also, the fable of... Also, there was actually a fable someone wrote that's very similar to Aquanai's story, and they refer to it, and this is a nod towards another famous quote, because a lot of people think, when they hear the story, they think, oh, this is a demon. It's called Paradiso Lost. You get what that's a reference to?
Paradise Lost. Straight up lost.
And the main reason that, although it's like, Matthew has no shot against Salem. Just putting that out there right now.
I gotcha.
Come on, got it, you guys. Anyways, like Matthew is a really interesting character, but has no shot against the only person Aquanai wants him to kill terribly. You see, perfect limitless equilibrium would make it so that it is impossible for him to harm himself. Imperfect limitless equilibrium is where if he overexerts himself for too long, because it is overexerting himself, he is...
So it's like Kyle, it's like if Goku perfected the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10, but the imperfect is him, like, when he fought hit, there are repercussions. So, am I right saying that?
Yeah, kind of. It's like perfect limitless equilibrium is essentially, you know, how do I put this? If he masters perfectly, if he perfects limitless equilibrium, nothing can beat him. But he can't perfect limitless equilibrium until his final fight, whatever that is. Because that reasons mean that he has to lose fights. Of course, nobody ever kills him, even though they can, because Aquanai is unable to be exercised, and any spirit that stays in the spirit world for too long without being exercised literally turns to a mass murderer. Because being in the human world without without a human to tamer is actually equivalent to basically believing that you are in hell and nothing you do is actually affecting anybody. So you feel like you're not harming anybody and you're justified for not harming anybody, even though you're harming millions and you're not justified for it. You essentially go on a dissociative view. Except on Aquanai's case, that would mean the end of everything. Anyways, few things you need to know about Matthew. He's a jerk, he's talented. That's it.
Okay.
Also, I totally forgot. It takes a marathon for him without limitless equilibrium takes 20 seconds. 27 miles in 20 seconds. Essentially what I'm doing. That's a little over a mile per second. Pretty interesting, huh? Speed types are very overpowered and stuff like that.
Okay. Speaking of which, have you invested in your skill points yet?
I think I've invested into... Yeah, I've invested... I'm gonna try and hide a lot of these guys for you for fun. Keep moving forward.
Got it. Boom, 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 boom. Should be good. Tag team. Wail on him. Dead. Okay, big Ursa coming. Here we go. What's the name? No. Ultimate. Really hits more enemies.
I did not finish that word. Thank whatever deity is existing.
Oh, wow. Really missed the nail there. Pummel time. 4, 5, 6, 7. I can hit 7 people now.
Aha! The door is open!
Oh, look, I got MVP. Yay.
Nice. That was because I was trying to get my, my skills to unlock Ren's ability to hit more people in the face.
Yep. It's weird though. Well, anyways, what? I think
speaking of which,
we have a stream of you telling Varen's story, don't we?
No, that got deleted.
Wait,
yeah,
why?
I know. Because Trevor. Hey, we got a viewer. Welcome to the Baron Dragonborn channel. And I'm just about to open his backstory. Perfect timing. By the way, Matt, look at this. Look at this.
What?
Another low-hanging wall they can't move.
Oh wait, I found it. Wait, look at this. There's one glimpse of hope.
Barely. That's like, what the heck, man? That's just weird.
So,
okay.
How long have they been there? Any comments on your stream?
I had one on the prior stream, but that wasn't through YouTube. That was like through PlayStation. I'm not sure.
Did you see that ultimate right there?
Mm-hmm. Nice hit.
I'll finish what you started.
Why did I hear Guardian down for some reason?
I think it's Ren saying, "I'll finish what you started." Speaking of which, boom, 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 boom,
Also,
boom,
Ren can turn
boom.
invisible. Did you know that?
What?
Ren can turn invisible.
Oh, really?
That's his semblance. That's his semblance.
Ooh. Too bad that isn't in this.
Yeah.
He is literally a ninja with submachine guns. The most lethal ninja ever.
He is far from the most lethal ninja ever.
Come on.
Anyways, you were going to tell the story of Baron.
Okay, so far,
Who, by the way, I'm not gonna lie, Baron would probably decap my character.
Yeah, especially when he enters his ultimate form, where he's literally like a great Ozaru.
Except that would also be a draw because weird thing is that he would quite literally starve Baron.
Yeah.
He is.
I mean,
a lot of people refer to his presence as like pure hope.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the thing. The thing is, he's usually around so many Grimm because of the fact that he's pretty much the biggest loner you'll ever meet. And plus he has an entire horde of Beowulfs at his side at all times, pretty much.
No, I'm just saying that if you were to decap him, the Grimm would literally die. If it's like he can his presence is enough to kill weak Grimm around him is one thing. He is hope incarnate is what people like to refer to. He's not hope incarnate. He's just really in your face about his bringing you hope.
I bring hope, justice, and the freedom to live your lives under my reign.
Oh my gosh, there's the story of a time he walks into someone being attacked by a bunch of Beowulfs, and he just walks by and all the Beowulfs die.
Watch out, team! The treasure hunt will have to wait until you kill those Grimm.
And the funny thing about that is, he looks at the people who are just cowering for fear, and he's like, "Gosh, you look like you just seen a devil."
Oh.
And the people call him, and it's actually it's a weird slang term, adagio, which essentially means spawn of Satan. But they're also from a town that worships Satan, so it's like, hey, what's up,
Bonus.
Messiah? What's up, Messiah? Of course, it's also a derogatory term to call someone son of Satan, so even though they worship him, it's like calling someone son of Satan is... Also, Satan is a spirit. I should mention this, and he's a real... the worst person you will ever meet.
Well, that's a no-brainer. But anyways, yeah, so Baron's ultimate form is where he turns on, like, full Grimdrake, okay? Like, the one that attacked Ruby's... that attacked Beacon in Volume 3. And he is literally uncontrollable except for one thing. And the only person that can actually do it is Sapphire. And she had to be taught by Seth in the ways of the Ocarina in order to do it. It's similar to the way Tapion traps Perudagon, but it's more of a calming technique. And it has to be a very specific tone in order for him to calm down. And at that point, he's like out for like 24 hours. Because he uses a lot of the fear that he gets from his Grimm followers.
So, your biggest weakness is your rampage is over by someone else. My biggest weakness is you
but
break my
one
knees.
person. You kill that person, he goes rage mode, everyone's fucking dead. Everyone.
Unless, of course, he gets starved from fear.
No. That's one thing that's kind of a little weird about his. Once he's in the mode, even if he runs out of fear, it doesn't end. That's why I said literally the only way to stop him is with Sapphire using the Ocarina. That's it. That's your only hope.
So, wait a second. Can I just mention something here?
What?
You're forgetting my... like, if this were to happen, full rage mode, you're forgetting what my OC semblance is.
Preventing his death. Yeah, I know.
No, that's the Gemini
Oh.
is the thing. No, his semblance is he has the perfect ability to copy and negate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So he could probably kill that person, pick up the ocarina, play it, and kill them in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, but if anything, Sapphire wouldn't want to die. She would just say, "Yeah, let's go and go stop him," rather than
Yes,
unless she's already dead,
this.
in which case.
No, Matthew's a jerk. If anything, if he doesn't want to kill this person, which again he probably couldn't, because Aquanai would not want to do. But Aquanai hates people like that, where their biggest weakness is also their greatest strength. One of the reasons she hates Salem is because Salem's biggest weakness is a lack of fear, but Salem's biggest strength is a world ruled by fear.
They are so dead.
So someone like Baron, whose biggest strength is also the thing that would make him his biggest weakness, Aquanai would probably force him to pinch the ocarina, play it, and slit his throat when he's unconscious.
Except for Sapphire wouldn't let him. Because, you know, that's the thing. That's the thing between them.
Moving forward.
Ooh, hang on. I just got Savior. Give me a sec. Checking it out. Oh, I'm going to have to use that. Revive teammates faster. By the way. But yeah, so basically, yeah. He has like 5 different modes he can go into. He can use his, because he has his right eye is a Grim Eye, and the left eye is the Silver Eye, like RWBY. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so, oh my lord, Yang, stop dying on me. Stop dying on me, sister. I need you.
Holy crap!
Dude, you need to invest in some aura ups. By the way, Deadly Huntress, if you get that, try to use long range attacks if you can, please. Thank you.
Don't have very long range attacks.
I know, that's why I'm using mine. But yeah, so he has like several different forms. He can use his Grim Eye, which basically is like sort of like a Sharingan in the first stage he goes into. But it really only like increases his reflex speed because it acts as a secondary Master Eye. So he becomes quiet in a sense. So basically moves quicker, see, can't believe I was just about to say sees things faster. I'm not Captain America.
Right,
in the words of I think it was yeah, in the words of Wiz, God dang it, that's not a real thing.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Remember how I said
I know, that's a thing for him, but
for my character, it is actually, because
yeah.
2 of the spirits he tamed, Magnus, the spirit who accompanies the Gemini, which is a weird thing because it doesn't have any power over the Gemini, but it's
out my face.
It's insane. It's insane. And Lapis are RWBY, who Lapis is never called RWBY, and she's always offended that her name is never, ever, it's just never mentioned. She's always offended. Essentially, he's got, both of them are classified as AS, or Analytic Spirit.
We're tracking more people on the ground.
They're essentially super powerful. They're like, they're about 10 times more powerful than any AI you can think of.
More dangerous since our last visit. so be careful.
So part of being a passive tamer is Matthew is constantly thinking 10 times faster than any AI. Well, 10 times 10 times. So it's
Yeah. So basically, what goes on is, with each progressive stage, he starts losing his insanity. Losing his sanity.
He starts
I'm thinking of like Super Saiyans here, okay? It's like with each transformation you start losing your sanity. Stage 1 and 2 doesn't lose pretty much any of his sanity. But 1, it increases his reaction time and speed and stuff by 50%. The second one is
I never thought I'd actually see it
twofold. Then stage 3 is when you start noticing he is a Drake. Like his face starts to have bones and stuff like the Grimm do. You know, that kind of thing. And his wings and tail become more prominent. Like they start growing to full size.
Why, hello, little treasure.
Then that's where he starts losing his sanity, because that's where he starts like battling his inner Grimm. So like, in order for him to become stage 5, he has to go through each progressive stage. And part of his whole journey that he goes on is to try to master each stage, to where he loses no sanity whatsoever, but keeps the power of that stage. Kind of like Super Saiyan 2. How that's actually like Super Saiyan 1 Stage 3, except for without the drawbacks of it, where, you know, they got the massive muscles and stuff. You know? Speaking of which, are you gonna join, or am I just gonna fight these guys on my own? I mean, I'm fine with that, but just saying. Yang! Use your help in here.
Sorry, I was using that.
Yep.
So here's...
Okay, hang on.
Oh,
wait till you come back.
That,
okay, there we go.
You're saying that... I'm sorry, I still can't get over the fact that... Have I ever told you probably the most terrifying story of my OC?
What?
Because a lot of what you hear is just legends. There's like 30% of the population doesn't believe he's real, is one of the things. Like most people think he's like a folk hero, you know, stories that are told but aren't true.
So like Robin Hood. I mean, you do have some people who are like Robin Hood, but like the actual Robin Hood himself, we don't even know.
Except there's a story of how he murdered an entire family.
Yeah.
It's literally not true, and it's slander, but that story actually led him to murder an entire family.
Let me guess, the family who came up with it.
No, actually, it was... like the weird thing is that Aquanai does not deal well with a lot of stress in Matthew, because here's the thing, another bad part about passive spirit tamers is you share a headspace with any spirit you tame.
So basically, you're it's like Delta or Theta. Like they're. It's like how York put it. Delta's always doing math problems in his head.
Matthew is the only one of them that can get stressed, but if Matthew is stressed, all of them feel it. And let's just say the stress that Matthew was being put through was insane. So Aquanai, one of the people, there was a family who kind of thought these stories were true, and that he was a murderer, and they were gonna try and lynch him, like burn him at the stake type thing. And Aquanai just, like, literally took complete control and murdered the entire village. Because self-preservation. Also, Matthew would not kill innocent people.
This area is safe. For now.
But Aquanai does not care.
Yep.
Also, weird thing is that a lot of these spirits will astral project into, like, orbs.
Fight. Focus.
Because Matthew is a summoner, and weirdly enough, these orbs can consume small bits of food, and that actually increases their efficiency.
What was that thing?
Aquanai is terribly allergic to chocolate.
Like
but
me.
will refuse to eat anything other than chocolate.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So
Matthew doesn't feed Aquanai at all, probably for the better. But anytime there's chocolate anywhere, Aquanai will astral project and literally eat all of it.
It's just like, where did all my Ferrero Rochers go? And it's just like you just see a blue orb there and just randomly burps out of nowhere. It's like, did that thing just eat all my Ferrero Rochers?
It's actually funny because one of the stories he has is before he became kind of this kind of Wildlands hero, as they like to refer to him as. And it's about one day his sister, one of the only sisters you hear about constantly because it's really the only sister who could put up with him. Melody Montesquieu, who is one of the sweetest people you will ever meet. Also a trained doctor.
Better stay away from him. Because of his track record with doctors.
What?
She better stay away from him because of his track record with doctors.
Actually, he actually, it's not, he doesn't like doctors. Not because of his track record with doctors, but because he does not think medicine is a legitimate thing. He thinks it's all bogus. He thinks his sister is a con artist.
Too easy.
He's actually supposed to, he was out for like 2 years, he was actually supposed to take medication to help with the depression he was going through. And he literally is just like, no, that's a scam. I don't even know why my own, because like one of the things is that the only person he'll even go to as a doctor is his sister, and he'll never listen to her advice. So it's like, one time, her sister, basically the story that has to be told.
Come on over here. I'll pick up the first one, you get the second one. That way we go and get this a little bit more efficiently. Go. Go, bomb. Go. Get out of here.
Why, hello, little treasure.
So, one time his sister, in a unique way of punishing him for not taking the med she prescribed him, because he was being particularly annoying that week, and he couldn't take anything at all. She almost killed him because Aquanai having chocolate literally makes him have a stroke.
So basically, she just gave Aquanai a whole bunch of chocolate.
And he almost died. Of
Wow.
course, the weird thing about him is that the stroke can never kill him because his brain recovers faster than the stroke can do damage to it.
Wow,
Because
it's right here.
not only does... Because, like, even if he's unconscious, the weird thing about having 2 analytic spirits, which he's had for a long time, but the weird thing about having 2 analytic spirits is that if you're unconscious, those analytic spirits will take care of repairing you for you. They'll use your own magic to repair you.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
So
Thanks for kiting the Grim. Holy cow.
There's no fuel left in the car.
So much easier than usual. Somewhere over here on the right. Please, Ursa, do not spawn. Oh,
and they told us like a lot, like I said, 30% of all population on Remnant thinks he's fake.
The car is out of fuel. Grab more dust crystals.
20% of those people believe him to be a deity as well. He is neither.
So 50% of the population is correct, the other are wrong. Okay, you kite the Grim, I will take care of the dust. Because I've done this so many times, I'm just like a speed demon with this thing. Okay, you go to the, here, I'll cover you for a sec.
1 second, I got my ultimate.
Yep, you use your ultimate, I got the dust. We need just one more.
There's no fuel left in the car. Alright, gather those dust crystals.
Crab.
No, gotcha. I got you covered. We got the last one. They should all die here. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Come on, little guy. And there we go. Ticking time bomb. Interesting.
Although his sister comes up in several of what people like to either call stories of a hero or myths. Because, like I said, 20% believe him to be a deity. 20% of the population of Remnant believe him to be a deity.
And where in the world did the
Well,
mutated
they
come
are
from?
half right.
I have several theories. And none of them.
And
Because technically he's a
20%,
demigod.
Well,
Because of how powerful his father is. Because he technically is the god of the sea. Correct?
No, he's not a god. Actually, the weird thing is, the only spirit that is as powerful as a god is Aquanite. But there are spirits that are so important to nature itself that gods don't mess with them, even though they probably should.
Oh, speaking of which, on this level, I've been trying to figure out how to do a jumping puzzle. I'll show you it real quick, and let's see if we can't butt our heads together, figure it out. Okay. Gotta find... Ooh! Switching it up. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to try Ruby.
Yeah, she does better than Yang. Let's just put it that way. Okay, if you find the key, we're going for the closest door. There it is. Okay, closest door.
Also, have I told you the short story of Matthew and the Beehive?
Oh no.
The path is open.
Weirdly enough, another weird trait about him is that bees love him.
Hmm. So much that they just give their honey away?
Yes, actually. Yes, actually, that's the case. The story of Matthew and the Beehive is literally of a human fort level sized beehive he found one day. With abnormally large bees. And the reason this was is because, and this is a legitimate title a spirit holds, Spirit of Rebirth.
Okay.
Also known as Roma, as she calls herself.
Roma?
Roma.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you didn't accidentally say Welma for some random reason. Because it's like, wait a minute.
Roma is also the spirit that
try her heavy attack.
Bees. What is how?
Triangle.
So RWBY created these. You get where I'm going with this?
She's Queen Bee.
More like she is literally just there because Matthew is there. Anyways, Roma. So Matthew goes to get honey. Roma runs into him, and let's just say those two had a very weird interaction. In which case, Roma, because very powerful and well-recognized people, when they die after we go to the spirit world as spirits.
That's cute.
What did she say?
Go Team RWBY! By the way, this is the puzzle up ahead. On the right. This here.
Puzzles?
Yeah.
I can clear this. No problem.
Yeah.
Oh.
Somehow you gotta pop yourself. I think RWBY would be good. You face backwards and fire R2. Try that. Just repeatedly tap R2. Turn around backwards and shoot. Yeah, see how she like floats? Try that over to the pillar. Cause I'm trying to figure out, cause apparently this is another way. Somehow. It says something to do with the pillars. I'm not sure if like you gotta just damage them enough, or if there's a secret, like a secret switch or something.
Well, yeah. So Roma marked him for the afterlife. Is essentially what he did.
Okay, so
Also, so he took the honey to the town, and let's just say the town needed a very large amount of honey to make their mead for a festival. It's a mead making town.
Wherever falls.
And
so like Ripton.
kind of, except for the fact that their mead is terrible. According to them. It's actually, like, everybody else loves it. Matthew takes one sip, and he throws it in the person who made its face and said, "You are shit." $4.30. Sorry, kids. But that is the legitimate way of how I wrote that story.
It's funny because I haven't paid anything yet. Go self-censoring!
Also, he sets weird thing.
By the way,
sometimes goes beyond
try using
what he
R2.
probably should.
It'll save your life.
Matthew probably a lot of the time goes beyond what he probably should. He burned down the mead hall and left.
With everybody inside it?
Not with everybody inside it. He also did pinch the bank vault's key, and he took half the money in the vault.
Oh, you naughty boy.
Well, that's what they would have paid him anyways, but he also, after the mead hall was burned down, they tasted the mead that the guy gave him. It was terrible. And that town no longer exists because that man could never make a decent glass of mead.
Looks like someone got Crow's semblance.
No, he actually, weird thing, he can't copy or negate passive semblances. Which is why he had so much trouble with Sven, because the other thing that makes you a spirit tamer is something revolving around magic already. Sven's semblance was called magic, magic absorption. Essentially, you, how do I put it? It's like the fight with Nobu and All Might. Essentially, it boils down to, oh, so it's not nullification, it's absorption. That means I just have to pump you full of magic. And
so basically, it's like Goku's fight with that one guy where he just fires the Kamehameha. The guy absorbs it until he blows up.
Glim were no fluke. Now we know they're immoral. Follow the strange tracks
except
uphill
the
and maybe
Blue
we can find
Dragon
out where they're coming from.
Victory Star plus Limitless Equilibrium was too much magic for anything to handle. I should mention it's the variant known as Blue Dragon Devastating Victory Star, which essentially is unsurvivable by any means. Also, he created this there was a disturbing trend one time. It's the story known as the Spirit Eaters. Spirit Eaters would basically eat something that's indicative of, like, there's a certain spot where you can get holy water from Matthew's father. Matthew hates his father, but he does not allow people to mess with his father as well. There was one group of Spirit Eaters who took that water and they drank it without permission, which essentially makes Matthew's father, Hoka is Matthew's father's name. Hoka, the Watcher of the Waters and Time. Essentially, Matthew's father gets insanely sick, and he goes to Spirit Eaters, and, you know, technically he can't kill the Spirit Eaters, he has to try and find a way to coax it out of them. And he literally created a variant of the Blue Dragon Victory Star called the Reclaiming Victory Star, which essentially separates any host, any magic from someone who it is not native to. Two guesses on who that could also be satisfying.
Who it's not needed by?
No, yeah, or no, who it's not native to. So, basically, people who steal magic from something.
So
not just
Sven.
spirits.
I think it's fair
anything.
to say
Well,
today's been
no,
a
not
bit of
Sven.
an uphill
Because he's
battle.
dead. But, then I guess him, right? Matt?
Cinder.
Oh yeah, Cinder. Because she stole the Fall Main ability.
And it would make it so that she would pass it on and she'd be dead. Because the thing is, the Reclaiming Victory Star doesn't kill anything. It's the lack of magic that kills people.
I'm hiding 4 Grim at once right now. Wow. And
Holy
because
crap, I love Ruby.
yeah, wait until we try double Pura team. We need to do that final round.
Ruby Rose for Smash Brothers, am I right?
Oh yeah. or Pura. You'll love Pura if you love
Also, Pura, or not Pura, Weiss and Ruby are now in Blaze Blue.
Oh yeah, there was that wasn't there also Blank and Yang? I thought I saw a Blank and Yang
Blank?
thing for that, I think.
You said blank when you first said Blake.
Sorry, my bad.
Also, another weird thing about Matthew's semblance is thermal. He sees spirits, thermal, and actual. He sees the. How about I put this? He sees spiritual information, thermal information, and actual information all at the same time, without going crazy, which is kind of a feat. Because, like, a lot of people like him have to wear, like, glasses or contacts that are specifically designed to negate the semblance from being used all the time. So, really weird thing.
But anyways,
why people don't think he exists is because part of the reason people don't think he exists is because of the sheer absurdity of his ability to see all these three things for his entire life and never go crazy.
Yeah. Anyways, shall I continue where I left off?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
There's like
I know there's a lot. There's a lot. We could literally dedicate an entire day just to talking about just R2. And that's not referring to the teams either. Like, I got three separate teams, all with weird, interesting-ish backstories. Like, I'm just talking about Baron today. I'm not even talking about Sapphire or any of their backstories, because that stuff's screwed up.
Matthew is a loner. Anybody he's ever worked with ends up hating. There have been 5 people he's worked with. 4 of them tried to kill him. He is not very likable. Or at least...
Yeah. Anyways. So, yeah, so basically... Yeah. So every single time that, like, he learns how to access a new stage, he spends, like, days on end in the woods. Anywhere. Just somewhere in the woods nearby. Usually, you know, with Sapphire nearby, once he learns that that's the only way he can, you know, control his inner demons, shall we say. You know, with her nearby somewhere, you know, within, you know, hearing distance most of the time. And, he, like, trains for days on end. So, like, he could spend literally 5 days just mastering just, like, stage 1, for example. And most of the time, he can get down pretty quick, but, like, you know, he still has trouble with the stage 3, 4, and 5. You know, trying to keep those under control. By, you know, mid-story, he's got 3 partially down, but, like, not fully. So, like, he can keep most of his sanity, but, like, you know, you push him too far, he should keep all the sanity that he would normally have lost is just gone. Or, you know, he loses the same amount of sanity he would have, if not.
Become roses faster, Ruby.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically backstory for him is he was in like a small little farming town, pretty much, for most of his life. He actually used to deliver to Patch, so he knows Ruby and Yang. You know, but since his village got burned down, they don't think he's alive. Funny about that. So he was out on a hunting trip when he encountered a.
Just curious.
What?
What is the village? It's a hunting village, right?
Yeah, hunting and farming for the most part. I mean, they do like a little bit of farming on the side, you know, but most of the time it's just hunting deer and stuff, you know.
Do they know what burned down their village or who was responsible?
Yeah, Grim. Grim, ironically enough. Yeah.
Did Grim hold a lighter?
No, it's more like some of them hit, like, kegs, because some of them use, dust rifles to shoot their, targets from afar. he preferred to use like a bow and arrow for the most part, because it was nice and stealthy, and if he missed for some random reason, he was always quick on the draw, so he can fire one and instantly have another one knocked in case it missed. Yeah, that's one of his little special traits they picked up, is not like a semblance or anything, but like a little skill they picked up, is he can knock an arrow within 0.5 seconds. So like he fires it,
he never has to worry about drawing a 10 of hearts. 10 of hearts is usually super useless.
What's that exactly? I'm confused.
10 of hearts. Like, all the cards themselves have unique uses.
Yeah.
Like, a 2 of spades is, like, spades are weapons, hearts are, kind of charms and, boons type things.
Yeah.
Diamonds are actually ways to seal and constrict enemies. You know, because diamonds are like chains.
Yeah.
And then clubs are literally defensive mechanisms.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, back to the story.
Oh, you wanted to know what the 10 of hearts does, though, right?
Yeah.
It's usually useless because a 10 of hearts will absorb any weather that's going on. Any abnormal weather, like any storm.
Yeah.
And it's useless for someone like Matthew because if it's raining, he gets an insane power boost and is also unkillable. Because any water that touches him literally heals him.
Mm-hmm.
But that, so, you know, like, 10 of hearts is usually useless.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
so...
Continue? Yeah. Anyways, so he was out on a hunting trip. He just killed a deer, and he walks into the middle of a Grim Drake and a pack of Beowulfs going at it. And, he was literally dead in the middle of it, not even, noticing it, because, he was just wanting to get his kill home. Because that's how they get paid in that village, is the more you kill, the more you get paid, because, it's a mostly trading village when it comes to their kills.
Team, that was an incredible display of fighting mastery. We must get to the source of where these mutated monstrosities are coming
pretty much
from.
It's mostly a trading post town, but it's specifically for hunting and such. So like your armor and stuff, you won't necessarily get it there, even though they do have a blacksmith. You're better off going someplace, like Atlas or something, where they can make even better armor than they could. But anyways, digressing.
Matthew hates blacksmiths.
Yeah. Well,
mostly because his rival, Axel, is a notoriously famous blacksmith. And, Axel is really... how do I...
Here it is.
Sometimes Axel... How they are rivals is they do challenges against each other. One time, Axel decides to challenge Matthew to, hey, there.
Okay, your mic's glitching out. Check your mic. Matt. I think we just lost Matt, everybody. There it is. Okay. I was just double checking, making sure that we were back on air. Or still on air.
He challenges him to make Matthew makes the best actor ever.
Wow.
Literally, it is unbreakable. It's not even made from good metal. It's literally...
It's just iron.
It's really crappy iron as well.
Yeah, this is like bottom of the barrel iron ore kind of metal.
Because like Axel gives
No,
him
no,
really
no,
crappy
even better.
iron, and
Even better, lead. Because that stuff falls apart easy.
do you know what Matthew did to this dagger that is a masterpiece? And Axel even told him this.
What?
He's like, "Oh, so you're lying to me," and shatters it. Literally, Axel is heartbroken. Because
So basically, he
Matthew
takes
turns-
something made out of lead, smashes something that's like the high-grade stainless steels. Oh, you're gonna love... Use R2 with Weiss. You're gonna love
I
her
know.
R2.
I've played a bit of Weiss.
Nice. Anyways.
But the, like... Also, did I mention the Montesquieu family and the C family are very close friends? Mostly
No.
because they're also notorious business partners. I say notorious because they don't like each other that much, but they are necessary to each other, because Montesquieu family's company is known as Marionette Industries.
Yeah.
And they create pretty much any weapon you've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm starting to think of ways we can merge our two, OCs together. So, like, that right there sounds like a perfect place for Silversmith to be in. Part of Team Base. Because, she's a notorious silversmith. So she could be a part of that company. Making the silver weapons. Or
Also,
armor or whatever.
I should mention that,
Yeah. Made by
you
them.
know how it's like cutting edge technology? It's
Made
not
by them.
made by Marionette Industries, but the blueprint was literally stolen from Matthew. He's like, he makes it for Ironwood, and he's like, okay, how much are you gonna pay me? And Ironwood's like, pay you, and Matthew slaps him in the knees.
Dang, man. I remember we got some balls.
I enjoy a challenge. That was exceptional.
And then he also left out a very important part to it that makes it completely unbreakable.
See if you can find a way to get them
he
open.
knew Ironwood wasn't going to pay him.
Where could that key be hiding?
And the reason he knew this is because Ironwood tried to have him killed because he slapped him. So he walks out of the room. Ironwood has like 3 assassins waiting outside, just on a whim that Matthew would try and attack him. So Matthew literally just breaks every limb of those assassins, walks back in and breaks Ironwood's arm.
Dang!
And says, next time you try something like that, it's your neck.
Ooh. Ooh.
And he said, not anything personal, just Aquanai hates assassins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, Grim. Come on, cluster up so I can do this.
Nope.
Got you covered.
Nope.
Come on, over here.
Oh, my goodness.
Range attack. Speaking of which, invest in the range attack. You will love the third one. Guess what it does?
What?
Freezes enemies in their tracks.
Thanks for having my back.
So, yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the story of there's another story about him and a bard?
Quick question.
It ends with him killing the bard, if that's what you were gonna ask.
No. Can I finish up my stuff and then we get back to yours? Because yeah, I think we've kind of tired ourselves out on Matt for a bit. this stream has literally been like 30 to and like probably an hour of you just talking about Matt, and then me speaking like all 3 minutes about mine.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I mean, there's a ton of short stories.
I know. We can go over that in another stream.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Well, continue your backstory, because...
Okay.
Well, we're not going to go through the whole story of your thing, just backstory.
Yeah, well, a summarization, shall we say, because I literally have it right here. Okay, so basically what happens is, like, right as the Olsen starts closing in, what happens is that, Ironwood shows up out of nowhere, because apparently he was on patrol searching for something. Why that is, who knows? Deus Ex Machina. Anyways, so basically, he grabs Baron, yanks him away, you know, gets him out of the way, bolts probably a couple kilometers, you know, asks him who he was, all that, yeah, told him all that. And he was a little bit bummed out, because, you know, his kill was still back there, but I mean, hey, at least you got a reason and someone, you know, high-ranking in the Atlas military to back you up on it. So, they return to his village to find it burning to the ground, because, you know, Grim attack,
of course,
bright dust, you know, all that. I mean, how else do you think that beacon burned to the ground with all the Grim and stuff around? It was probably dust barrels.
Or the White Fang.
Or the White Fang, yeah. But it was, hang on. What did I put down? Was it White Fang or was it Grim?
It was White Fang. Because you're forgetting that Adam.
Yeah, it was being attacked by the White Fang. Yeah. Okay.
Also, there were
luckily I put that in my notes.
Attacking.
Yeah. So it was the White Fang was attacking him. So yeah, he just went in there, guns blazing. Not actually a gun, bow, but you get the point. So yeah, basically one of his another little trick he found is he can knock like 5 arrows at once and hit targets that are like really spread apart with them, like all of them headshots if he wanted to. So that's a thing. So anyways, so basically what happens is he's, you know, going around and stuff, doing all that, and I see a ship with the same I'm not sure if I wrote down how he was injured.
This discovery is a bit unexpected and worse than I feared.
Like,
that
you know,
he
was like
below industry ship.
I guess not. Let me double check my notes. That's why I have my notes here.
I must inform Osmond at once. I want you to investigate that ship, but please.
Yeah, he uses bow and daggers. Yeah, I didn't specify how he was injured. Leaving Ironwood to kill or capture the rest of the White Fang. So he was injured in the fight, most likely by either Adam or someone of that nature, who of course gets away.
Because
plot convenience, and it's Adam. I mean, he's gotten away what 3-4 times now from stuff like that. Speaking of which, I want to see like Cinder and all them come in here. And it's like, you don't get, like, the whole premise of them doing it is Cinder, instead of Ozpin and stuff, is the one behind, you know, the mic. And then Adam is like, Cinder is, no. I would say Adam is Port, and then Cinder is Cinder is Ooblik. Cinder is Ooblik, and then Salem is Ozpin in that scenario. And then you're playing as Emerald, Mercury, Roman, and Neo. Oh, that'd be so cool, wouldn't
I
it?
ever met? Oh, whoa! I forgot to mention something.
Okay.
Cinder does not believe he exists.
It appears someone's been busy collecting Grim.
This temple looks like it's being used as a temporary storage facility for Grim.
That is
All
a thing.
things.
That is a
This
thing.
is quite
Like
a
Cinder
discovery.
literally does not think anything that powerful, anybody that powerful can exist. Meanwhile, he's one broken knee away from being killable.
Yeah.
Good luck hitting that knee.
Yeah. He has that thing really heavily armored, doesn't he?
No, actually, he's just, like, actually, weird thing is, if he puts any armor on it, it's, his knee is what we like to refer to as a glass cannon.
Oh, that sucks.
On the plus side, there are, like, the story of the bard actually gives him, because, like, there was a spirit known as the spirit who introduced string music or string instruments to humanity. Anyway, so there was a bard in a town that because a lot of, I don't know if you know this, but spirits have weird amounts of gold for not being able to own gold. So this spirit essentially is like, hey, this bard said that he is better than me. Go prove that he stinks. And Matthew is like, okay, but I want half your gold. And Spirit's like, okay, I don't really care about gold. You can just have all of it. And he's like, okay, cool. So he goes to the town and he's like, hey, bard, tell you what, beat me in a challenge and you win. Lose in this challenge and you kill yourself. And the bard's like, as long as it's music oriented, I accept it. He's like, okay, here's, and he's like, because the bard is a flute player, and he's like, okay, you have to play your instrument and sing at the same time better than I do.
Much appreciated.
Oh. Let me guess, he used something like a guitar or something.
Nice teamwork.
Actually, he literally, yeah, he uses a guitar, and he not only plays the guitar better than he plays the flute, but his voice is angelic. Of course, it's not his actual voice, it's Magnus, manipulating his vocal cords.
Go figure.
Of course, since Magnus isn't technically a part of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But still, it's like, wow.
Although, the funny thing is that, he refuses to kill himself. Matthew's like, fine, I'll do it, and pulls his dagger from his, like, the bard carries a dagger, he pulls the dagger from him, and he looks him straight in the eye and says, unless you want to be murdered, kill yourself. Hands him the dagger, and he, like, mercilessly carves out his own organs. It's hilarious. Because he's like, he's insanely terrified. Like, any Grim who felt that amount of fear that he caused would literally be able to
take on Salem herself.
Live forever. It's he just looks him in the eye and says, unless you want to be murdered, kill yourself. And he literally eviscerates himself.
Man, dude. So sad for him. Oh well.
Well, anyways, he goes back to the spirit in question, and she's like, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention I'm penniless. He kills the spirit. Then his father is like, hey, you shouldn't have done that, and he's like, do you realize what I did? And he's like, yeah, so? And he goes, I will not hesitate to kill you as well. And his father's like, yes, you would. And he's like, you really want to test me? And his father's like, just take this. And he gives him like all the gold that he had recently won as a debt from that goddess, or that spirit. Because that spirit had like a metric ton of gold. It was insane. So Matthew's father really likes to
toy with them, apparently.
Steal his credit.
Anyway, so
also he really likes. A lot of people, you know, he's a prankster. His father is a prankster. There was his weird thing is Matthew's mother knows Crow, like really knows Crow. If you don't know where I'm going with this, I can't say it. Yeah. So one time. Sorry,
Grishka, missed out on that.
So one time, his father, because I'm gonna tell you this straight up. Matthew was not purposed. Matthew was not born via purpose. Matthew's father is a very bad person. I'm trying to tell you. Anyways, so there was a period of time when Matthew's father, 2 years, Matthew's father made it impossible for Crow to get a drink.
That's bad. We all know how.
He turned anything he would drink into water as he was drinking it.
Come on. That's close.
Nope.
Well, one's in yellow, so let's try to concentrate on that one. Take him out. Okay,
I'm gonna try and kite the other one.
Okay. Attacking.
Nope.
Yeah, I kind of want to see your skills, but I'm gonna save that for later. I'll, try to get you better. Oh wait, that's because you're level 3 on like a level. You need like a 6 or 7 for this mission. Okay, that explains it.
Too easy.
Or at least have the first, the upper right hand abilities unlocked for the general section. Or upper left, sorry. Top left and top mid. Which is, increase the amount of damage you can take when your aura is depleted. And, let's see, what else was it? It was, regenerate your aura faster.
My favorite story, I've come up with a short story. Oh, right.
Oh god. It's like we keep going off on mad tangents.
Completed?
No!
You haven't completed your backstory? What? How much do you have left for just,
about 1.5 pages of notes.
So, can I summarize it? Because I remember it.
Okay.
Essentially infused with Grim DNA, specifically from the Drake that was attacking. Becomes a master of Beowulfs because he killed an alpha. Essentially goes around killing villages because for some reason he hates Ironwood. I don't think you ever
it was because he couldn't control himself. Like, because of the Grim...
Because they were sent on a suicide mission to kill him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Also, he has a messed up honor system.
And...
Because people who ask for mercy should be killed. People who spit in the face of you for potentially sparing your life deserve none.
Yeah, but it's completely backwards for the most part for him. Yep. Like, if you show true weakness, like, you're in the face of death, it's like, please spare me, he'll kill you. It is completely vice versa. Oh, by the way, there's... I'll grab it, because I need it to get to level 10, so I can switch over to Pyrrha on the final level. Anyways, yeah, pretty much that's the summary of it.
After this?
No, we got...
Hey, it's Shinigami Dust Corporation!
I know.
Team! Where are you? Report in! Students!
No, it's the island.
Oh dear.
We got 2 levels on the island, then we got 2 in the fortress. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of the summary of it. But yeah, I have like 3.5 pages for Sapphires, and it's like a word-for-word version rather than a summary.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But yeah, basic summary for Sapphire. She works with this Shinee Dust Company to produce dust, because that's part of her clan's semblance.
We've entered uncharted territories.
Hey, you wanna stay? You wanna go do like a horde mode or something?
Yeah, after this one, sure.
Fine.
Because I already started it.
Oh wait, I wanted to. I can't change characters now, can I?
I don't think you can. No.
Let's see if we can reach that tower to get reception.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
I wasn't gonna change over the thing. I wanted to try out Blake.
Oh, Blake's really good. Here's my order, okay? The order for me, personally, because I've tried all of them for at least 1 level.
Holy.
Death or not. What? Oh. The robots. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm saying invest in the second ability for your ranged attacks. Because the 3rd shot deals massive damage. I got you, Wise.
Oh, another weakness Matthew has is he has no ranged abilities outside of 2 very specific cards that actually do massive amount of damage.
Yeah.
Which are
the path is clear.
The 2 of spades and the ace of spades.
Ace of spades. Remind you of
Actually,
anything, people?
Turn into a gun. It does actually turn into a handgun.
Does it look like the ace of spades?
It is no, actually, it looks like a literal glass hand cannon. And if he were to turn it back from a gun and throw it, it would be a massive explosion.
Would destroy the card, though.
No, it would not.
That's why it would be, but, you know, just be on the safe side. Ultimate!
And then, actually, the most useful hearts are the Queen of Hearts, which literally make it so that anybody will, like, nobody can fight you if the Queen of Hearts is thrown at them.
Aww.
And then the 2 of Hearts, which anything that is put on with a little bit of spirit magic has its efficiency and effectiveness increased by 100%.
Perfect for Aquanai.
Actually, he doesn't walk everywhere. He has a motorbike that he
he puts it to that to increase its fuel efficiency, doesn't he?
It literally is 192% effective and efficient. As in, it actually gains energy. It's more productive than the fuel it burns. You know, rule of thermodynamics do not apply here.
But yeah, so yeah, Sapphire's got a similar backstory. Basically, you know how in the Black trailer they were trying to destroy Shinee Dust Company
No, they were trying to steal from it and then kill all the passengers.
Yeah, that stuff. Well, anyways, basically they, instead of doing that, because Blake left, basically what happened there is, they kind of went to the source. So they attacked... Oh my god, you're down. Why? Why do you go down on me like this all the time? I realized, like, right after I say it, oh no.
Is that it?
Whoa, wait, dude, check this out. Or, sorry, it was like, that final blast was like rotating around me for some reason.
Oh, you're probably holding it. Yeah. Anyways, so basically,
the signal's being jammed. I should bring this back for further study.
Yeah, I know, like, where all the artifacts are. My question is
Whatever you did, just keep doing that. Radio seems to be giving me some feedback, so I'm not sure how much. Great, somewhere else
like,
on that island.
you know how that typical shit works, right?
What? Destroy? Yes, I've heard your story and I can summarize that as well. Essentially, well, I don't think I've heard the entirety of it, but I can summarize a good portion of it.
Okay, go ahead.
Essentially, she's out hunting. She's out doing something with her friends because a village elder, like, chose her and that group of friends for something. She comes back, everybody, including the people she was with, ends up dying, except for, like, one of the village elders or something. She goes to ask for help from the Shinigami Dust Corporation and gets sent on a suicide.
Sort of. You missed a very valuable part in there.
Throwing daggers and wall shield. And her semblance unlocks, which is essentially Crystal Storm.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Basically, the village was given an ultimatum. You join us, or you're dead. And one by one, they all just died.
So. I'll finish what you started.
Except Adam hates humanity. He's like, what do they have that we don't? A functioning brain if we're talking about you?
Oh, man.
Also, Matt would have something to say about that, which is, oh, I'll tell you what I have that you don't have. Literally everything you want. He'd be like, you know, I'm equal, even though I'm technically not human. You know, I have everything you want, but don't have. Also, 20% of people think I'm a god, and you desperately want to be a god. So,
does he though?
Yes, I have everything.
Does he?
Yeah, kind of. He wants to be superior to humans to the point where they grovel at his feet. So, yeah, pretty much say that.
Stop going down on me! Stop it! I will keep on saying that now, just for the fun of it.
I enjoy it.
She is just defeated.
It's only a scratch. And done.
Sorry, Miss Schnee, I must get going.
Also,
why am I almost always so much faster than everybody else?
Have I ever told you, that, Matthew and Whitley get along absolutely not at all? it's hilarious to the degree they don't get along. Because technically he can't kill Whitley because that would completely ruin everything. But he desperately wants to.
Okay, let's do the last tower.
You know who Whitley is, right? Rice's annoying brat of a brother. In his own mind, in his own words, to Mr. Schnee, that boy will literally only seek your fortune, and if you do not give it to you, he will seek the death of whoever you give it. And then he got kicked out of their house, which is unfortunate because when Matthew gets kicked out of somewhere, he usually does something dumb.
Like burn to the ground.
No, he didn't burn it to the ground. He destroyed all of Whitley's belongings. And fried every computer in the house.
Well, they own a megacorp, so that stuff can get replaced.
Also, because the weird thing is, Matthew can eat and consume dust with no problems. Consumed half their dust supply.
Well, that would have been a really handy thing for after, because, yeah, so, summary of the relationship between Sapphire and Weiss, they're really close friends, and business partners, pretty much, at this point, because she's the one that can convince her to help, you know, with the dust shortage and stuff. You know, take her mind off of stuff, you know.
Also, the key, if you, Matt, it's more like Aquanai hates being kicked out of places and will use the ability she gives Matthew to do terrible things. Also, Matthew was very hungry because another thing, Mr. Schnee did not feed him for 2 days.
Okay,
So
by the way, Miss Schnee, would you care using your fine jumping abilities to go ahead and try to get that rook?
Sorry, but the reception is always so bad all the way out here.
The rook over here on top of this container.
Enjoying your stay on the island? You're the first visitor.
It's a challenge.
Well,
I seriously dare you to try it.
Dr. Ubu?
It is.
1 second. Did I already fail?
Yeah, you didn't get it.
No.
It is nigh impossible for me to get. I've tried for about 10-15 minutes. You literally have to time your jumps perfectly.
Sorry, I think I actually got this on lockdown. Give me a second.
Okay. Just I want to see this.
Oh, 1 second. I totally forgot.
Ooh.
1 second. You realize you can roll. 1 second.
You can do this in the air?
Yeah.
Ooh. A little bit too far.
I forgot to jump.
This is going to be about 3 minutes.
The time that Matthew got kicked out of, and I quote, his own house.
Wow.
He bought a house once, right? And for some reason,
Oh, I was there.
for some reason, someone not only broke in but threw him out. And like, for some other reason, he was okay with it for about 5 minutes before they started throwing a party. In which case, Matthew burned it and everyone inside to the ground.
Oh, okay, I got it. I think I finally got it. I'm gonna get a trophy for this.
No, I want to get it.
This is gonna be a close one. Dang it! Didn't time to jump. I was on the last platform. That's actually as far as I've gotten so far.
Too far.
Isn't it kind of funny? Like, this Ren is so fast.
Nope, not far enough. So, also, another weird thing about, like, another weird story about why people don't kick Matthew out of places and like telling this story is one time there was a oh my.
Oh, I got that view. Dang it!
There was
I tried to do jump and with that at the same time.
There was one time two people managed to get an owner to kick him out of his restaurant. And for the next 5 weeks, Matthew opened up his own restaurant. And there was only like one restaurant in town, so, you know, it's like... And, and neither of these two people knew how to cook anything that tasted good. So it's like he ran his restaurant and said, "Okay, guys, listen to me. If I hear you guys start a restaurant, I'm burning this entire village to the ground."
This is an interesting challenge, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, dang it. I don't know if it's even possible, to be honest. That's the trick part.
Oh my gosh! Hey, can you see me?
Are you in a rock?
Yes!
I don't want to see this. Where are you?
Look.
We broke the landscape! It's like, I am a ninja. You cannot see me. Surprise! Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Where are you?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No, like, look. Surprise!
What? I didn't see that.
Okay. Come on over. Like,
okay, come on out.
no, I'm a shooting rock.
Oh my gosh!
The most perfect ambush spot. Anyways, let's keep going.
No, I'm gonna get this thing if it's the last thing I do.
Matt has accepted the challenge. Like, you should accept this challenge. Go ahead and raise $100 for each of us.
Matt. Have I ever told you the guy who challenged Matthew to kill himself and come back to life? Yeah, there was... Matthew never refuses a challenge, so someone tried to get him to kill himself by challenging him to kill himself and come back to life. And he's like, okay, but just to be clear, I just have to do something that would make it so that I would fall unconscious with a fatal wound, right? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, okay, that should be no problem. Oh! And so he stabs himself in the heart, and he falls unconscious, and then the guy removes the knife, and then he wakes up, his heart's gone, and he kills the guy.
Ah, dang it. Why?
Oh my gosh!
Hang on, how did you do that?
Watch this. See? You gotta wait for your full jump to come in. You gotta wait for your full horizontal jump to come into effect, and then you dash.
So right before you start dropping.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Yep.
My name's Dr.
Cool.
Lowe.
Okay,
You don't
now I know.
But I most certainly know who you are.
But
Speaking
no,
of which,
two rules.
guess
Never
how
tell
Ironwood
Matthew-
was able to pull off
Might be
Baron?
exactly what I need for a
This jackass.
This guy.
This guy. Because we all know he is.
Also, that's
For such
that's 50
terrific
cents.
students as yourself.
I already am at a buck then.
Should be an easy test, right?
I'll be honest. I was considering not mentioning it because you didn't bring it up, but no, I'm going to be honest here. $1. I have more downstairs in coins than I know what to deal with, so I'll just send in the coins, I guess. I don't know.
So,
Okay. Oh, you got that. But you gotta admit, he is.
have I ever told you the freaking? This isn't even a story about Matthew. This is Melody and a very particular patient.
What? They had a fling?
No, more. Well, actually, kind of. Well, like the patient tried to cue something and then ended up dead 3 days later.
Was Matt involved by any chance?
Potentially. Technically he was out of town, but that literally never
Can't stop him.
Can't stop him. Also, he had no idea it happened, so it's like very weird situation. He's in the
Stop going down, Wise.
Much appreciated.
I know you like me, but stop. Just stop. Oh, when are we going to get a Team Sun DLC, man? Rooster Teeth, if you're seeing this, please make a Team Sun and Team whatever that would be for the villains.
coffee.
Or, oh, coffee too, yeah, coffee.
Actually, a lot of weird things happen when Matthew's not around that a lot of people contribute to Matthew.
Why?
Why? Because it's spirits that do it, and people don't quite understand how spirits work.
Our spin. Or shall I call you ours? Like old times,
Is what I'm trying to tell you.
What is he exactly? British? Aussie?
Atlantean.
Why? Because of the chum?
No.
Because I know there's a specific dialect that says that, or yeah, dialect. Can't remember if it's.
Did I ever tell you the only person who didn't try to kill Matthew that Matthew worked with?
No.
The name of that magnificent warrior was Atalanta. Based off of the Greek hero Atalanta.
Who did?
The only female Greek hero who was amazing at being a hero. Raised by bears.
But yeah, shall we tell them, like, the intro to, like, how he joined Team Base? Which, at that... Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, this is an interesting one. So, basically, he goes on a murder spree, of course, because the Grim inside him's taken over. Because that's one of the things that they were trying to do, was suppress the Grim DNA, and yeah, can't do that. Can't suppress what you can't fix. What was that line from?
I don't know.
It's similar to that of Android 13. You can't fix what ain't wrong, Doctor. Oh my word, we just finished patching that! Anyways, so yeah, yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot to mention the thing about Atalanta is she somehow not only managed to not be killed by an Ursa, but be raised by it.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Meaning she's the only person who can tolerate Matthew for extended periods of time without wanting to kill herself or him.
Nice. But yeah, so basically what goes down is he meets them in like the 5th town he attacks. Like after he's already raised
all the friends
it.
he makes are people he tried to murder. You realize this, right?
What?
All the people he's friends with are people he's tried to murder.
You mean mine? Yeah. Quite literally in this
Most
case.
of the people Matthew becomes friends with try to murder him.
So, polar opposite.
Yes. Oh, it's Ozpin! You gonna send me to get your phone and call it a quest? By the way, I remember the Halloween... Oh, one of the people who thinks Matthew to be a god, by the way, Ozpin.
Oh, wow.
Because he can, like, actually, he believes Matthew to be the reincarnation of the god of light. Because, for some reason, he thinks the god of light is dead.
It's only
Yeah, anyways. So basically, the whole premise is he destroys them, okay? Like, they're all on, like, the verge of death kind of thing going on, okay? Not really, but, like, they're heavily wounded, panting, bleeding heavily, the whole 9 yards. And he just leaves them be and just walks off. So, then they come with a plan, because, you know, they had advanced medical healing drones or something with them. Who knows what Atlas has? Let's just say they recovered a lot faster than they
Sounds like another patented product that they ripped off.
Yep.
He
Anyways,
actually invented one of those for fun.
yeah.
It was one of the 5 things he invented for Iron One that he expected to be paid for.
Yep. Anyways, so that's what they're using, apparently. And, here's the extremely funny part, okay? So they even set up an ambush in the next town before he even arrives. The second he arrives on scene. So there's the 3 people. There's Sapphire, who has throwing daggers and a shield. We already brought that up. By the way, throwing daggers explode. And apparently have a version of the flying Raijin ability, where it just teleports right back into her throwing dagger pocket to recharge. So it just
Tell you something.
Yeah. What?
That sounds like something that could be abused. Flying Rajan.
Oh yeah, I know. Literally, the whole thing is that she could take out literally hands full at a time, throw them all, and never run out. That's literally why her father made, why her father made those. because, you know, he was hunting more, or he was keeping the, he was one of the, you know, state's defense people, you know, head of the defense council, and, he basically was taking on, like, Ursa and stuff, so he never wanted to run out, so that's why he made those how he did. It's strictly so he could just screw Ursa. And just literally pummel them with explosives.
Oh my gosh. You have not seen absurd throwing weapons until you know what the Two of Spades does.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Oh no, I know. I know, but the Two of Spades, which is incredibly hard to draw, literally, another weakness is if he doesn't draw the right thing, he can be SOL.
Yeah. Anyways, digressing on back to the story.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll get back to that in a bit. Speaking of back in a bit, let's kill some of these guys. So basically, the whole 9 yards of that is, there's Aurora. She's down in like the main. She's down on Main Street, on the opposite end where he comes in, like hiding.
Aurora was the name of one of the sisters, by the way.
Interesting. Yeah, this one's completely different though. Different Aurora.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Aurora Borealis, because, you know, screw it.
Borealis. Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, but the funny part is, her main weapon's the sniper rifle. And guess what just came out in Destiny?
The Aurora Borealis.
Borealis sniper rifle, baby. Didn't even intentionally do that either. That was actually before Destiny 2 was even announced. That I came up with the team names. But then, you also got Silversmith. Hers is, her gun is, like, silver engraved and stuff. And she fires, like, high-caliber silver bullets.
Oh, silver bullets.
Yeah.
Gotta love silver bullets. It's sadness.
Yep. And apparently they're, like, infused with some type of magic or dust that makes them highly effective against Grim. So, like, she can one-shot... You know that mammoth that appears in Mountain Glen in Season 2? She can one-shot one of those with a silver bullet. So it's just like, hey, hi, bye, poof, dead, instantaneously, just gone.
Actually, there's, since we're talking about that mammoth, one time, Matthew gave the mammoth a funny look at it. It's like, he just looks at it, like, it was actually when he was getting in an argument with Atalanta, it comes up, and he looks at it, and he's like, you're really doing it, and he's thinking to himself, you're really doing this right now? And the mammoth's just like, nope, and dissolves.
Yep. But yeah, so, Aurora's special ability is she can draw weapons by using her aura, and her aura weapons can sap and basically poison the aura of another being. Not to the point of killing them, but to where they can't, you know, effectively defend themselves or anything. Which is kind of ironic in this case, because yeah, Baron has two sources. So he has one side for Grim and one side for himself. So he can always just, you know, if he needs a recharge, he can just let the Grim side take over for a bit if he is in control. And he just runs off of fear at that point. So he has fear and aura that he can live off of, pretty much. Which is kind of a benefit, actually, in the long run, because that way you have two different fuel sources, shall we say. Anyways, digressing. So, yeah, then you have Silversmith with her sniper rifle up on the cliff side, like right where he's coming in the town, and you have Silver, who's up there with her, like acting as her spotter. and like he knows this is coming. As soon as Aurora steps out, she draws out a minigun and just starts mowing him when he's dead center in the dead center of town. And all he does is, because he like his grim eye allows him to like see things faster, you know, that thing. I know, but like he sees how she makes it and can instantly mimics it.
Yup.
So he makes an assault rifle. Oh, by the way, magazines never run out. That's another thing, because her semblance allows it to run off her aura.
Oh, so it's a double-edged sword.
Well, it doesn't drain hers, because as soon as she tucks that weapon away, it's like absorbing that. Rather, it absorbs that aura back into herself.
So, essentially...
if she's low on aura, she just absorbs her weapons and retreats.
Okay, cool.
So she regains like half her aura.
Anyways,
Instantly.
you said we were going to do Horde mode after this?
Yes, Horde mode. So let's go to Horde mode. Anyways, so, basically what goes down there is they're, you know, while, hang on. I think I left it in my notes here somewhere. Ironwood, like, puts him in a stasis tank while he's doing the procedure of, the Drake, infusion DNA thingy.
Yep.
Yeah, he sees, put in my notes, he sees how? No one knows. Oh wait, that sounds like Blaze Blue, doesn't it? Anyways, yeah, so he pulls a Mewtwo and kills everybody in the vicinity, you know, the whole thing when he breaks out, yeah.
I was just curious how that story with the silver...
another thing, real quick, Ironwood also gives him as a gift for going through the procedure. Yeah, he gives him a pair of burn dust magnums. Okay, are you gonna create the lobby or me? By the way,
I'm gonna create the lobby.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so, so basically, yeah, he while she's just straight up trying to destroy him, okay? Oh, by the way, I'm already in. I'm good. I got Pyrrha. The most overpowered character in the game. Pyrrha and Yang. The two waifus of RWBY. Oh, people are gonna love this.
Oh, I do wanna... Atalanta was his first traveling companion as well. Also, there's another reason he's heading back to his hometown, because Atalanta's also got, like, her parents abandoned her because...
yeah.
Reasons.
Yeah.
It's not really...
Anyways. By the way, machine gun, really useful. I love those things. Agreed, or...
But, Atalanta...
The Horde is coming.
Parents
Prepare
are
for
actually...
battle.
It's weird. They really wanted a boy, but instead of raising her as a boy, they abandoned her to be raised by an Ursa. Then when they recognized her and how successful she was, they decided to take her back, I guess. I don't know. It's a really weird thing they did. But essentially, her parents are one of the biggest non-weapons tech industry, non-weapons tech makers.
Leave it to me.
Which is another reason Matthew does not work for his parents, because he hates making weapons. Also why why Ironwood didn't pay him, because he did.
Leave it to me.
Ironwood said, making weapons, or I'm not going to pay you. And he's like, I don't make weapons, and you will pay me, or bad things are going to happen.
Anyways, digressing. So, basically, the whole thing goes down. He's fighting off on one side.
You told me your part. I remember.
Yeah, but for the fans, because they'd never... if they weren't there for the stream, that's it. Yeah. So,
900 Leanne.
900? I got 24.95. Actually make that.
Funny thing, that's like 5,000 zeros short of, because here's the thing. You know how there's like a finite amount of wealth in the world? A lot of spirits make it that way. Because a lot of spirits actually have a lot more wealth than they give to the world, because spirits aren't allowed to own anything, or property, as I said. So they hide a lot of their wealth. And another thing why Matthew has offended a lot of spirits is he steals from a lot of spirits.
Like that? Halfway across the map, spear throw.
And so a lot of spirits call him Dirge, which is a old spirit language way of saying thief.
Me gun. Watch it.
So Matthew is one of the he's the world's unofficial richest man alive, because he does not disclose his... Because another thing is, part of the way they agreed is that Matthew isn't technically a full citizen, he can't vote, but he also doesn't have to pay taxes.
Dang.
So, the reason why nobody... He's got literally... Like, he could buy out Mr. She's company if he wanted to. That's just something he could do. He is... Because, like I said, a lot of spirits have wealth they don't tell people about. And...
Anyways.
A lot of Matthew's adventures just end with him taking the wealth that spirits don't have, that people don't... that they don't tell him about.
Yeah. Anyways, so, yeah. So, basically, he starts getting attacked from the backside by Silver. Of course, those bullets hurt. Because, you know, they're meant to take down, like, heavy-duty Grim. But, you know, Aura and all that. But, so, he starts firing at the cliff side, and he eventually just knocks it clean down. Like the Burn Dust Magnums, you know. Just, you know, specifically Burn Dust, but I mean, I guess Ironwood modified it to where it could use Explosive Dust as well.
One of your teammates is injured and needs help.
So, yeah.
Yang keeps going down on us.
Oh, I wouldn't mind some of that. Get my drift.
Station 1 is critically damaged. Defend it at all costs.
But no, Matthew's story can be boiled down to essentially, what can I do for money today?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anyways, I want to take a small break from streaming, so I'll be back in like 30 minutes, because I need to take a break from gaming.
Okay, well... Yeah, I'm just going to continue the story on my channel then, so tune into Bear Dragonborn if you want to continue
Well, I'm
watching
still
that.
going to be here talking about it,
Oh, you're just not going to be, like, there.
I'm not going to be streaming.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, so for the rest of you, on my channel, let's say this. Baron is odd, okay? Because he has that, like, really weird sense of when he's in danger, so he can dodge bullets and stuff if he wanted to.
Oh, BS.
I mean, they have to be really, really far away. I'm talking about, like, a mile or two for him to, like, cleanly dodge it, but otherwise he's going to get hit in some way, shape, or form.
Here's the thing. I am going to send you just the absurd amount of money that Matthew has come across. Because...
Anyways. Yeah.
No, trust me, you're going to want to
I will be rich.
This.
Give me. Anyways.
Because...
Anyways,
like
so...
I said, they call him Dirge because he's literally stole half this from the spirits.
I know. But anyways, so... Yeah, basically whenever he doesn't dodge, he can block, but it, it of course costs aura. But
it's sending. Okay.
Anyways, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll look at it in a bit.
Check out that number. You're gonna want to see it.
Well, it hasn't come through yet, so give it a sec. Anyways, oh man, it's almost time for me to hit the sack and Grisha to take over. Anyways, so basically for him, he is being shot with a minigun on one side and shot with a sniper rifle on the other. Rock and a hard place, right? So he takes out the sniper, who is Silver, by destroying the cliff. And because Sapphire is also proficient in healing, healing magic or whatever, because apparently she, read up on, how to do that kind of stuff. But she's proficient at it, not the best, but she can do it. While she's doing, trying to heal... Oh, hey. While she's trying to heal, Silver from her fall, basically Baron starts, slowly walking towards them backwards, backstepping. So,
why was he backstepping?
Because he's still engaging, remember, he has a aura assault rifle in one hand and a dust magnum in the other.
Isn't it essentially like swear off your allegiance to Ironwood, and it ends with a stalemate, basically?
That was beforehand. That was the village beforehand, where they're fighting and stuff, and he just wrecked them. This time they actually have a strategy going in.
Right now.
No, I know, but wasn't the whole ending to this like they're kind of in a stalemate, and he's like, swear off your allegiance to Ironwood and join me or die?
No.
Isn't that kind of how this ends?
No. What happens is basically he starts going for Silver and Sapphire, so Sapphire puts down that ring of blast crystals around them like a minefield to keep them from getting close while she heals Silver. And somehow he is able to take out Aurora by getting a couple lucky shots in, that go slightly faster and like both deflect a shot from her minigun and also hit her simultaneously, but with less damage. So a couple of lucky shots, and basically she's forced to withdraw her weapon, and he still has his, so he just knocks her to the ground with it. So he turns around and he just starts doing that slow Terminator style walk where he's just slowly walking forward real menacingly. And Silver, you know, she's almost fully healed, but Sapphire needs to think quick and try to do something. So she takes the blast dust crystals, and basically makes a tornado out of them, and just sends them hurling at him. Okay? And...
Guys, I'm going live on the main channel.
Good for you.
Okay.
So one of the things that happens is...
Did you read that text yet? Did you read that text I sent?
I have not seen it yet. No.
Okay.
But basically, if it were anime, you'd see him not even defending himself, and then just getting blasted by it. But then, as he like walks through the smoke, all you see is 2 Grimdrake wings surrounding him. And her response is like, "Are you kidding me?"
What's up, guys? Welcome back to part 2.
Yeah, basically it ends the same way, only because she still fights him literally close combat with her daggers. Basically, when he takes her out, as well as of course Silver, he takes her he took Sapphire in the previous village, so she understands him and all that. So basically they're engaging, and somehow Aurora gets enough aura back to take 1 sniper shot in him in the back of the head, knocking him out. And basically due to their battle, everybody's injured, so basically they're forced to use one of the nearby houses as a medical facility for all of them, and all that. And apparently that knocked him out of his blood rage, so, or whatever his rampage mode is. I forget to name it. So. Anyways, as per your text.
That's an absurd amount I sent you. Because spirits worth a lot of actual gold.
I'm completely lost, guys. What were you talking about while I was asleep?
How many zeros are after that 64, Carl?
Guys, can someone fill me in here?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 zeros. So that would be 64 quadrillion, right?
Yep.
So that's 1,000 million billion. No, 64 trillion. 64 trillion.
Oh.
If it's quadrillion, it'd have 16 zeros. Or 15 zeros.
Still, that is insane.
I know that's insane. Insane amount. But yeah.
Nobody, that's the reason why, as I've stated before, is that spirits don't part with their money unless you do something for them, or you steal it from them.
And he takes option 2.
Matthew is a dirty thief.
He's an option 2 type of guy.
Technically, you can't steal from someone who's not allowed to own property.
Touche. Oh yeah, by the way, the reason why my phone didn't ring is because my thing's on silent, so... Go figure.
Someone fill me in here, guys. I'm completely lost.
Oh, right, we're talking about our OCs.
Yeah, by the way, go ahead and watch our previous streams. They're fun. Yeah, speaking of which, before I leave, because Grisha probably won't bring it up, we are doing the, as, stated in the tags, #ExtraLife, streaming event. Please donate at the links below on Trevor and Matt's. I have yet to put mine in because it's long. Just search up Carl Wagner on extra-life.org, because I've been forgetting to put that in the description. Great. Anyways, as long as we get enough between all of us, that'd be great. Anyways,
Were we good?
so yeah, we'll be good on that. And Grisha will be taking over here in a bit. I'll be making sure he knows to use my profile so that he can use it for streaming. And we'll try to go ahead and keep this thing rolling, if we can, for the next 7 hours while I sleep. Somehow.
I'm gonna... Hey, Trevor?
Yes, Matt?
I'm not gonna fall asleep, but I am gonna take a break from staring at my screen.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep
So...
things going right here while you guys switch
I'll
over.
probably be gone for like an hour or so.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I can handle everything for about an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to switch out with Grisha. So, we are going to take a swift break, I hope, from streaming, and we will be back shortly, I hope, on my channel. So, we will see.
Keep everything here.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to go and do a quick extra thing, real quick, on a separate thing, on a separate note. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Basically, channel update. I'm going to be uploading all the Captain America Destiny stuff here soon. I just need to find the time to edit it all and trim it down to where it's more manageable and it's not like overwhelmingly long. So, you know, like cut out all the transitions and stuff between planets, all that kind of stuff, if I can figure out how to do that. Otherwise, yeah. It's gonna be a while. Anyways, hopefully those will come up soon. Otherwise, maybe a while. Probably Christmas-ish is when they officially come out, if I can't find the time. Maybe over Thanksgiving, since it's right around the corner. But then again, I got COD coming in tomorrow, so... By the way, we're going to be streaming that later, so... Can I hear hoo-ha? Hashtag hoo-ha down in the comments below. Thank you. Other than that, yeah. I'm going to be turning over to Grisha. So, I guess we'll be having him take over here for a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and go sleep and stuff here in a bit. So I'll talk to you all later.